our honorable members of the jury have, of course, voted, and we are ready for the final top 6 pitches. Please welcome our remarkable members of the jury who will help us to choose the ultimate winner of FoodTech Challengers. Please give them a big round of applause, as there was no applause for the jury today. And they are doing a great job. I don't envy you. I wouldn't like to be in your shoes, to choose only one in each track. It must be very, very difficult to take this decision. This year we are very, very proud to have a huge number of the jury members. In each track we had many of them. So instead of name listing everyone, I would like kindly ask you to introduce yourself before you ask questions, as we did it before. I will really appreciate your help in that matter. And yeah, we are ready. So maybe I will briefly mention the criteria of the contest. Each contestant will have exactly 3 minutes for the presentation. And after the time is finished, there will be additional 2 minutes for our jury members to ask questions. Please keep in mind 7 benchmarks we have in each presentation. While the presenter is on the stage, we have 7 benchmarks to keep in our minds. It's a problem, product or service, go-to-market strategy, progress or traction, team, the potential of future financing, and sustainability. Okay, so the rules are clear and the rules are equal for each contestant. I'm this bad cop here who's keeping the timing. So we are ready to announce the first winner in the first track. So let's start with the winner of the new proteins track. Jyrki Lee Korhonen, CEO and co-founder of Perfat Technologies. Jyrki, congratulations. Big applause to the winner. First of all, congratulations. The stage is yours. You have 3 minutes, but you know it already.
Let's try it. This better? Okay. All right, good. So everyone needs fats. They are absolutely critical for us. The problem is that there are good fats and there are bad fats. The good fats are in liquid form. The downside is that they don't typically work in many food applications. Then there are fats that are fantastic from a functional point of view. Solid fats like butter, palm oil, coconut oil, and they work extremely well in many food applications. And the reason is that they're high on saturated fats. Saturated fats, unfortunately, have issues, and they can fail your health instead of the food application. That's why the Perfat team came up with the perfect fat, a fat that is both healthy and functional. It's got 80% less saturated fats than traditional fats, up to 30% fewer calories, and unlike any other fat, it's got plenty of dietary fiber, which means that food producers can offer healthier food products to consumers and have the evidence to back it up. Our fat has been proven to work across different types of applications, from bakery to dairy to plant-based meats. The solution is based on advanced oleogel technology, and in essence we can work with any vegetable oil and we give it the structure of a solid fat. We don't work with chemistry, we don't need any novel food approvals, but we have a lot of IP behind the technology. We also have other technologies in our back pocket. We're working with ultrasound material physics technologies where we also have further IP. Our main competition is really traditional fats, the butters and palm oils of the world. There are, of course, other alternative great technologies there for fats, but we believe that we have a combination which is unbeatable combination of health and functionality. Our business model is B2B, so we sell our fat ingredients to food producers who can use them in different applications. And our secret sauce is really the fantastic team. We have some of the leading scientists in the field of oleogel working at Perfat, and the R&D team is complemented by people with experience in operations, finance, and B2B food sales. The company is almost a year old, and it's a spin-out from the University of Helsinki with years of research prior to the spin-out. During the year, we've achieved a lot. We've participated in different accelerator programs and as well as some industry forums, received awards and grants. And most importantly, we've made great progress commercially with customers actively testing our products, and we're generating revenues. Thank you very much.
Erkki, thank you very much. Great job. Thank you. Okay, so let's start Q&A session.
Thank you for that. Anne-Marie Butler with Deadlong. Does the fiber create, while I know it's a benefit, does it create any functional or technical challenges for you in an application setting?
No, it doesn't. We've tested in different applications, like I said, from bakery to dairy, etc. There may be some modifications that you have to do for certain recipes. For example, in bakery, if there's already a lot of fiber in the product, you might want to change the recipe slightly. But in general, it's a one-to-one replacement, and fiber plays perfectly there.
Are there any questions to Jörg? Yes, we have.
Great to see you there, Jyrki. I'm Mika from Nordic Foodtech VC. I'm wondering the price levels, because you take very usual oils to start with, and they have quite a high price. So when will you meet price parity with butter, for example, and how to do it?
Yes, we don't actually the ingredients that we use are not super expensive, so we can work with any oil, rapeseed, sunflower oil, which are basic commodities. And we believe that we can reach price parity, for example, with butter as soon as we have industrial scale production. So prices 4 to 5 euros per kilo. And we can also play around with the recipe to use cheaper ingredients if and when needed. And we're also working on the improvements on the production process, so we're very comfortable that we get there.
So what means industrial scale?
Producing
how much?
Millions of kilos per year, per plant. And initially our plan is to start with co-manufacturing.
Yep, and we're finishing. The time is finishing, so there's no time left for questions. Thank you very much for a great presentation and for answering questions. Big applause to the winner of the first track, New Proteins. And I would like now to welcome the winning company of enhancing well-being via nutrition. It's Exosome. Please give it up for Gabriela Trubowicz, Business Development Manager of the winning company.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi. Great. 3 in 5 people suffer from inflammatory-related diseases. Excessive inflammation is incredibly harmful to our bodies, and the anti-inflammatory drugs available today have negative side effects. So people are searching for natural alternatives. This is where Exosome comes in, food as medicine. When we were breastfed as babies, the mother milk protected us from a long list of diseases. This protection stems from exosomes, nanonutrients in the milk that contain natural RNA inside. These exosomes have the power to balance inflammation in the body naturally. This doesn't only balance inflammation for babies, it also works in us adults. This is why we found that we can have these exosomes in cow milk. So you may be asking yourself, why not just go to the supermarket, buy some milk, and drink more exosomes? Unfortunately, the milk that you buy from your supermarket does not contain exosomes because the industrial dairy process completely destroys them. So our technology is a proprietary method of extracting exosomes from cow milk gently and naturally, concentrating them and creating a bioactive ingredient that can be added into food naturally. We are bringing back the therapeutic power of milk. Our team is a combination of brilliant university leaders in the same room as business leaders who have a track record of building startups from scratch to M&A.
Thank you. Thank you. Track record of leading food startups from scratch to M&A. This means we have an incredibly collective knowledge about the food tech landscape, and we know that exosomes will completely shatter the food as medicine landscape. And we have data to prove it. We've seen in our preclinical results a 90% reduction in the inflamed gut after eating exosomes. For a Crohn's patient, this is dramatic relief in the stomach pain. And we actually have 2 patent families with 1 patent already granted in the United States. We have the ability to start selling by 2025 due to our unique B2B strategy. And this is completely unheard of in the food industry because we've managed to have regulatory clearance, a strategic partnership with the biggest food company in Israel, a fully equipped factory, and a cost-effective production process because our raw material is made from the cheese factory waste. Our first segment is the Crohn's and colitis segment because this is an incredibly unmet need and a huge market for us to go into. But our vision is to create a wide platform of exosome-based products that are both medical food and nutraceuticals. Thank you. Sorry for the yes, technical difficulties.
But you manage amazingly. Of course, now it's time for questions. I hope our jury members are ready to ask them.
I'll give you this.
So let's start. Or everything was clear?
So first of all, congrats to Gabriela.
Thank you.
And
Thank you very much.
I want to ask something about the stability of exosome, because you mentioned before that in milk, the milk that we buy on the shelf, you cannot find exosome. But your exosome are somehow stabilized if they can resist. So what is the resistance of exosome inside food matrices? And what is the impact of food matrices to exosome, to absorption, to activity, whatever?
Yeah, so our unique manufacturing process is that we actually extract exosomes in a completely natural process from cow milk. Not directly cow milk, we actually use the wastewater of the cheese factories, which is basically the whey water. So what this means is we have a completely natural extraction process. We don't change exosomes on any level. But the output of our process, which is a combination of patents and trade secrets, is that we have a powdered ingredient. And the powdered ingredient is really the secret sauce to the stability and the ability to put it into other food companies who want to enhance their health positioning and make them premiumization. Of course.
Is the hardware retrofitted into processors, or when you're saying you're getting the whey water, is that transported to you? How is that whole process working?
So this is actually a huge, unique aspect of our company, is that we don't have to build a huge factory. We actually work with a factory that is uniquely meant to gather the whey water from cheese factories. And we have a addition to their factory. So they manufacture it already. Whey water is something that's often collected otherwise for other needs. And we have the ability to use and have a collaboration with that specific factory. So we don't have to build a huge $100 million factory. We actually just add a part of our technology to those factories that already exist.
So you're retrofitting to existing manufacturers?
Yeah.
No time left for additional questions. Thank you very much. Thank you. Big applause for Gabriela. Yes, we are in the super finals. I'm receiving all the time new information. I know that after super finals, there will be 5 minutes break for judges to make a decision, to take a decision who will be the ultimate winner. But still a few, 4 ahead of us because we had 2 finalists on the stage. So now please welcome from the Food Transparency, Safety and Security track, the winner, Markus Linder, CEO and co-founder of Inoco. Congratulations.
Hello, and thank you.
And we have the special intro for you. We must have it.
Special what? Party music.
Oh,
I'll
we don't.
sing.
We don't.
I'll sing, no
Okay,
worries.
so I gave you a little bit of intro. So good luck. Your 3 minutes starts now.
Thank you for having me back. My name is Markus Linder. I'm co-founder and CEO of Inoco. I'm very excited to be back. Inoco is a software as a service platform that enables grocery retailers and food and beverage brands to assess the impact of their thousands of food and beverage products on climate as well as other impact dimensions. The grocery retailers have one big challenge. 93% of their emissions come from the Scope 3. It's all about the products that you and I purchase from them each and every day, and they have very little control about that. We believe if there is a simple solution for them to cut their environmental footprint, everyone would use that solution, and a solution that's used by the grocery retailers will also be used by all the food and beverage brands because they want to know how the retailers see them. With Inoco, we built the leading platform that enables grocery retailers to assess products at scale on climate as well as other impact dimensions. We enable them to report on CSRD, on SBTi, but also to communicate the impact of products to their consumers so that you can take more sustainable decisions right at the shelf. We enable them to engage with you, leverage content, nudging, gamification, challenges, to step-by-step help you as a customer to transition to a healthier and more sustainable journey. Nutrition. And last but not least, we help the retailers and the producers to optimize the products, figure out what are the hotspots in their products, figure out what they can do about that hotspot. We start with the data that's available to the retailers today, the ingredients, the order of ingredients, the nutrient values, and that's enough to start assessing the products with a very strong incentive built into our methodology that then incentivizes the upstream players to provide us with more and more primary data over time, and that allows us to assess the product in an accurate way on climate as well as other impact dimensions. We go to market directly through direct sales. We have co-initiated the European Sustainable Food Coalition. It's a coalition that unites all the players from the farm level down to the supermarket, and it really builds that journey on how to assess food products. We go to market together with greenhouse gas accounting platforms, and the retail customers are our partners who basically help us to sell to the brands. Here you can see 2 of our customers. Albert Heijn, the largest grocery retailer in the Netherlands, went live with us. They use us for 6,600 private label brand products. Migros, the largest grocery retailer in Switzerland. We are an excellent team. Myself, I have experience in the startup space. I founded Suvo, a global market leader for AI digital sales assistant that has raised more than 200 million in venture capital. We have great angels on board, and we would love to have you work with us as a customer, as an investor, and really help us to transition the way how food and beverages are consumed and how they are produced to a more sustainable and much more sustainable way. Thank you.
Thank you, Markus, very much. Markus, the winner of Food Transparency, Safety and Security track. Now it's time for questions.
Thanks for a great pitch. I was wondering, this is Marika King from Pink, Public Venture Arm. Congratulations on Albert Heijn and Migros. Can you elaborate a bit more on the traction with the other retailers?
Yeah, we see a lot of traction in the European retail space. Obviously, I can't mention names here, But more and more retailers realize that they cannot make progress on their Scope 3 emissions based on the category averages they are using today to assess the impact of their products. They realize that they need to really understand how much meat is in the product, where the ingredient sourced from, and step by step work with their suppliers upstream and incentivize them to take action towards more sustainable products. But happy to share more afterwards.
Okay, Marcus, everything is clear. Thank you very much. Big applause
Thank you very much.
to Marcus, the winner of the Food Transparency, Safety and Security track. Moving on, it's my pleasure to introduce the Regenerative Agriculture track winner. It's Janice Gould, owner and CEO, Responsive Drip Irrigation.
Hello. Agriculture is facing more challenges than some of the industries when we're talking about sustainability. We're talking about water scarcity, climate change, soil degradation, reducing greenhouse gas emissions. All of this is placed on the farmer. Farming is an age-old, generational industry, and what we've done with them is not give them the tools. There's a lot of innovations that can help farmers. RDI is an innovation that is a disruptive innovation in the field of irrigation. We've been doing irrigation for many years, but in the past 60 years, there haven't been a lot of new innovations that have really changed the way we're irrigating. We continue to give the plants the water that we humans think they need. In reality, there's a lot of chemical interactions going on in the soil with the roots, with the plant structure. This system has been in research and development for nearly a decade. We have global patents around the world. It was launched in 2019, commercially released in the US, and then it won awards, and we began development and working with the food security program in the Middle East in Abu Dhabi. Since then, we've developed another manufacturing facility and distribution hub from there, and have expanded into 25 different countries around the world. Why is this system different? It's because it irrigates based upon what the plants need. There are no timers, there's no controllers, no electricity required. It's based on organic chemistry, and we use a combination of hydrophobic and hydrophilic polymers. It's a subsurface system that lasts for more than a decade, and it is plant responsive. So that means it holds the water in the tube until the plants release chemical exudates from their roots, which then they extract the water from the micropores in the tube system. So the magic is in the tubing material. It's a microporous material that, again, has hydrophobic properties that respond to root exudates from the plants. This gives you a lot of biodiversity in the system, because what one plant needs, a farmer has to know the evapotranspiration of that. They also have to know how to, their soil percolation. With this system, the system releases the water that each plant needs. You can grow a cactus, you can grow a watermelon, you can grow a fruit tree, all on the same system. No hydrozones, no timers. We're currently in Abu Dhabi, and we've worked in that area since 2020. We are using regenerative agriculture practices, so it's no-till or low-till. System stays underground, and we have had 8 seasons where we have planted in the sand, and we did sweet corn, watermelon, eggplant, cabbage, and we're in over 400 greenhouses globally now.
Janice, thank you very much for a great presentation. I can take the remote.
Hello, thanks for a great pitch. I'm Marika King from Pink, Paulig Venture Arm. What does it cost to install your system, say in a hectare or something, or some equivalent?
It depends on the crop spacing. So if you're in an orchard, it might just be a few $1,000s. If you've got row crop spacing and you're going every 40 to 50 centimeters, it's going to be more expensive because it's per linear meter of tubing that's installed. This also works in landscape applications, which isn't included in our projections. The market size is several billion in the ag sector alone. But it depends on that. It's more expensive. It might be about 15,000 a hectare if you're planting close row crops. But you don't need the filtration systems and the pumping systems and the electricity that's required with the other drip irrigation systems because we're very low flow, can work on gravity feed. Yes.
Conan Condon, Alltech. What's the depth that it can go down, your piping? I know you say no-till and low-till, but if you were, what's the depth you can go down?
Usually for vegetable crops, it's between 10 to 15 centimeters, but we also can go deeper, 15 to 30. We've installed in some areas for trees. Again, it depends on the root structure, but we can go down 50 to 60 centimeters. Sometimes we'll drop vertical lines down to put water for the deeper roots.
We still have 30 seconds. Yep, everything's clear.
All right,
Congratulations, Janice. Big applause for Janice, the winner of Regenerative Agricultural Truck. Thank you very much. I would now like to welcome the winner of the Food Waste Truck. Please give it up for Deborah Gale, COO and co-founder at Coolbox.
All right, hi everyone. So this is Mama Ibadan. She's our very first customer. She's a fish trader in Lagos, Nigeria. And one day she told us, your product is the best investment I've made in my life. I used to throw away my fish at the end of the market day because I had no solution to store them. In sub-Saharan Africa today, over 700 million people, like Mama Ibadan, still lack access to electricity, and as a result, refrigeration. As compared to Europe, where the penetration rate for refrigeration is 100%, in sub-Saharan Africa, it's only 17%, and I really want to repeat that, only 17%. As a result, each year, 40% of food produced in this region goes to complete waste. And while cold storage may be one of the solutions, affordability is a major issue. And this is where we come in. We have a solution, Coolbox. We created a very innovative solar-powered cooling solution able to generate continuous refrigeration for up to 4 days, even without electricity or very limited sunlight. So what's the secret? We basically use a technology, the ice thermal storage, where we store energy in the form of ice rather than doing that in the form of batteries. But the next question, what's the point of having this great innovation if a Mama Ibadan cannot afford it, right? So every Coolbox system is integrated with our pay-as-you-go system, enabling our customers to pay in really small installments on a monthly basis. In terms of impact, we are right on track to reduce food wastage by over 54,000 metric tons in the next 3 years. Let's talk numbers now. So we launched in 2020. We sold over 6,500 units in 24 countries, and our revenue has been growing by 3x every year. And we focus on customers like Mama Ibadan. We've been lucky to establish some key partnerships with leaders in the industry, the likes of Coca-Cola or Danone. The good news, we just launched our local assembly plant in Nigeria, the first of its kind, where we'll be able to assemble up to 72,000 of our Coolbox solution locally. This is the cool team behind this great innovation with over 160 cool and very talented employees. And I will end with my favorite picture. It's actually Mama installation day. Look in the middle, she's here, excited, but you'll also see doubt with the lady like this. But I guess Mama Ibadan was right. She's now enjoying fresh fish, no food wastage, and she has a very successful business. Thank you. Make it on time.
I am so happy that we could see this photo. Okay, so let's start questions.
Robbie Walker from Alltech. A question on the pay-as-you-go model. Do they pay to own the fridge, or do they pay as they go and never own the fridge?
Good question. So in this particular model, it's like a lease to own. So they will pay for a period of time, 6, 12, 24 months, with monthly installment. And then own the solution, right? With Danone, for instance, we are piloting a new business model, the cooling as a service, a bit different. So with Danone, they will pay monthly installments until they are no longer willing to work with us. So it's a bit different, yeah.
Yes, we have also a question here in the middle.
Can we use the same technology for trucks?
For trucks? Yes, we have the question quite often. We are not doing it right now, but that's definitely something that can be feasible. Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Okay. Deborah, everything's clear.
Yeah,
thank you very
thank you
much.
so much.
I will take the
Merci.
remote. Big applause for Deborah. And her cool box, the winner of Food Waste Truck. Thank you very much for this presentation, ladies and gentlemen. It's now time for the final winner for Digital from Farm to Fork. That's the title of the last final truck. And please give a warm welcome to the winner of the truck, Andrew Dipro, CEO at Root Wave.
Hi. Herbicides are the #1 tool used by farmers for killing weeds. However, there's two key issues. Resistance. Mother Nature's fighting back. These tools are getting less effective, and there's no innovation in the pipeline for manufacturers. The second reason is safety. And regulators worldwide are banning or restricting the use of herbicides due to concerns to our health and that of the environment. This is where electricity comes in. So how it works is you touch a weed, electricity flows, the natural resistance of that weed turns that electrical energy into heat, which boils it inside out from the root upwards without damaging the soil. It's lower cost, it will save the farmer money. It's organic, there's no chemical residues. It's regenerative, we look after the soil. It's more productive, you've got a wider weather window to operate in. And it's future-proof in that we're fully compatible with electric and autonomous tractors. And it's also very effective, as you can see from these photos in maize. That's 1 treatment of root wave versus 2 treatments of a herbicide with very similar efficacy. So in a nutshell, root wave uses electricity to kill weeds, to give better weed control at a lower cost. We've identified 2 key markets. The first one is tree crops, so think orchards and apples. So here we have a build strategy. And the second is row crops, so think maize, cereals, etc. And for this market, far larger, we've got a partnering strategy. So in the tree crop space, we have a machine that's tried and tested. We're delivering to customers this year. We're overwhelmed with demand for the demonstrations. We've got an attractive margin that grows over time, and we've got a great business case for the farmer. In terms of partnering, we're looking to lift out our electronics into a solution for row crops, and we've actually got our first partnership underway with a global agro-machinery manufacturer. We're looking for 7 million to take us to profitability in 2027. And we've got a great leadership team and board. My background is management consultancy. Of note is Jorge, who was the CEO founder of Blue River Technology that was sold to John Deere for 305 million. And in terms of impact, we're all about reducing chemical herbicides in our world, but we do have a secondary impact of reducing carbon due to the very energy-intensive process of manufacturing herbicides. So that's me done, and thank you for your time, and look forward to your questions.
Big applause. Great job, Andrew. Thank you. Okay, we can start with questions. Yes, we have here on the right.
Thanks again. The second time I hear it, and it sounds great again. I wanted to ask about IP. How do you protect your IP, and is there any patent or know-how?
Yeah, there's a lot of know-how, a lot of mistakes have been made on the journey, a lot of lessons learnt, but do we also have patents as well? So I think last count was about 15 patents counting across eight patent families.
Thank you.
In your pictures in the presentation, it seems to indicate that there's still grass behind the implement. I would have assumed it would have been zapping all the grass and completely clearing the path between the trees. If it is clearing the path entirely and it's basically zapping or killing all of the plants between the trees, like the grass and the weeds and everything, is it not damaging the biodiversity and or compromising soil erosion, etc.?
So no, so I don't know if you remember that first image of the weed being shot with a heat overlay. So when the energy leaves the root, it's got so many different ways it can go back to the source that the energy density drops off such that there's no sort of heating of the soil around the root of the weed. i.e. we don't damage the crop or the biodiversity in the soils. We've actually got multiple independent data from CROs verifying that we don't damage fungi, bacteria, nematodes, or anything like that.
So how does it differentiate between the weed or any other sort of cover crop that might be planted there?
So in the tree crop markets, it's pretty easy. You've got the tree there. So we just pull our electrodes against the tree and it sort of moves around the tree. You don't need any sort of vision technology to differentiate that. In the row crop markets, you do. So for that, our partners have cameras where they identify the crop and then they assume anything else is green is the weed, and therefore you move the electrodes to the weeds to kill them.
Andrew, thank you very much for answering question and of course for a great presentation. Congratulations for being in a finals. Big applause for the winner of Digital from Farm to Fork. Great job, Andrew. Great job, everyone. Congratulations to be in the super finals. Now, jury members need 5 minutes to cast their votes. No longer than 5 minutes. So I kindly ask you, our audience, dear audience, to stay with us, not to leave the hall, as jury members will be back in maximum 5 minutes, and we will have our super finals and awards here on the stage. So now, just 5 minutes break, and see you afterwards. Welcome back to the super finals of the Food Tech Challengers 2024. It was a long day, the second day of this amazing conference. I know it was very stressful for our contestant, and I would like to say thank you, the audience and jury, for supporting them and applauding each time they were entering the stage. Now we are ready to reveal who the ultimate winner is, and it was enough time for our judges to cast the votes and decide who should win this amazing contest. Ladies and gentlemen, but for now I would like to invite to the stage founder of Food Tech Congress. Please give her a warm welcome. Skajistek Nizaite.
sure everybody wants to know who's the winner.
Yes, but I would like to know how you would summarize those 2 days. Did you enjoy it? How was it in comparison with the previous year?
Yeah, I think it was great. I hope everybody feels the same. We had really good bunch of people that are globally making impact in this industry, so I'm really happy about it.
An amazing job of all those people on the backstage as well.
Yeah,
you
sure,
did a great job,
sure.
all of you. Okay, so let's now, yes, a big applause for them. Great job, big conference, a lot of people working around. Okay, so let's meet again all our super finalists at this stage. I will ask each of them to enter here again to pick up this amazing statuette that we prepared for you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, big applause for Irki Lee Korhonen, the winner of New Protein. Big applause. Yes, please stay, of course, with us. Now, big applause for the winner of Enhancing Wellbeing, Gabriela Trubowicz. And a big round of applause for the winner of Food Transparency, Safety and Security Track, Markus Linder. Let's reward her again with a huge applause, the winner of Regenerative Agriculture, Janice Gould. And a big round of applause for the winner of Food Waste Track. Please welcome again Deborah Gale. And last but not least, the winner of Digital, From Farm to Fork, the winner of the category, Andrew Deeprose.
Just wanted to congratulate you again and tell you that in your hands you are having a unique artwork made by an artist. And I think it symbolizes a really unique work that you're doing, changing our world, which is very important to all of us. And I wish you huge success in what you're doing, and I hope that this conference and this event will help you accelerate in your great works that you do, and hope to see you next year. And now let's find out who is the ultimate winner.
I cannot add anything more to what you have just said. Congratulations to all of you. You're absolutely amazing. Okay, I know everybody is waiting for the big reveal. So, the ultimate winner of Food Tech Congress 2024 is Deborah Gale, Coolbox. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. Well, big surprise. Thank you so much, and congratulations to everyone. Big recognition for us, Coolbox. We'll continue the work, continue to empower all those Mama Ibadans of the world and protecting the environment at the same time. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. Merci. Thank you.
Deborah, thank you very much. Amazing job you've made. Amazing job all of you are doing. And now let's all have the final picture together. So please stay in the middle of the stage. Skaiste, could you please join our finalists? And this is a time for a huge applause, and I will use also this time to say thank you, dear jury members and our wonderful audience. Huge applause, they're super finalists. I just want to remind you that there were hundreds of applications. These are top 6 finalists. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, this is it, the end of 2 amazing days. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. 2 amazing days full with knowledge, inspirations, and networking. I'm pretty sure you had a wonderful time, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you very much for being with us. I wish you a lovely afternoon in Warsaw and a safe travel back home. Thank you. Good night. Goodbye. Thank you very much.